Okay, so what I'm doing here on the pant at the very beginning, before I start to my fly zipper insertion, I'm overlocking these edges so they're clean before I start. This is the woman's version. This is the right side of the fabric. I have notches here for my pleats that I'm going to form and bring those notches together. And then on the opposite side, I have cut away this strip right here in relation to the seam allowance. So that's also overlocked. Okay. In addition to that, I've overlocked my back crotch seam as well, both sides equally. And I'm ready to start. So this is the piece that used to be there, and that's going in the trash. Okay. So reverse it for the male. Or if you have the school pattern, I believe there's a slightly different shape. All right, so the first thing I want to do is right sides together, and I'm sewing for the short area of the crotch. And this is where I want you to be when you come to class next week for homework, if you don't finish it in class today, along with your welt pocket. So 1/2 inch seam. And I'm going to go just slightly above where that begins to jet out. Okay. And this is a review again of the fly zipper insertion. On the side that's straight, I'm going to place my zipper face down, and I'm going to just attach it in place. You can do this with pins all in one, or you can do it in 2 steps. I'm going to do it in 2 steps because I'll be able to get a better speed and sense of it. So just attaching this, not getting too close yet. Now I take my my fly, and this is the fly extension that is going to stitch close to the teeth and flip out. So this is the part that protects the body from the zipper teeth. So this now I'm going to stitch in place. And this time I want to get close to the teeth as I can without stitching into the teeth. And you can feel the ridge of the teeth right there. As you get closer to the top, you're going to unzip
the tongue.
The tongue, yep. Like the zipper has all these human parts.
As teeth and tongue.
Teeth and tongue. And then I'll flip it back out, and now I'll get a nice, really nice close stitch to the teeth with this seam allowance. Okay, so you fold this edge right next to the teeth, not over it, right up against it. And when you get up near the tongue, unzip it so you can get in nice and close. some reason my thread broke. So I'm gonna take a minute to thread that. You can keep the camera going. So you'll notice that I'm using contrast. Hopefully this helps you see the work more easily too. Although of course on your garment you want your thread and your zippers and everything to match. And I'm gonna cut a little bit away. I'm a 1/2 inch from the edge right now. Okay, so I have taken the iron and pressed that at that 1 inch or that 1/2 inch seam allowance. I pressed straight up so that my position of my fly can fold easily over. And I'm gonna first place it so that it's nice and smooth. And then I'm not gonna stitch quite yet because I wanna make sure that I attach the other side of the zipper tape to the fly facing. This is the fold back facing. So I'm gonna pick up the fly facing and the zipper like so and attach it without being close to the teeth yet, just to keep it in from moving away. And when you do these operations, make sure the extra pieces are out of the way so you don't stitch through something you don't want to. Again, just getting this in place. And you're going to keep the fold of that fly facing nice and even over the zipper. You don't want to see any of the zipper exposed. Okay, so I'll start at the bottom. Again, as I mentioned last week, oftentimes they'll do a bar tack here on a denim or something, but on a fabric like this for a woman's dress pant, you wouldn't do something like that. So I'm just going to back stitch it. Make sure I'm keeping away from that metal part so I don't break my needle. And again, you can draw yourself a chalk line, or if you want to follow the ridge of the overlock is generally what I do. You can draw that chalk line for accuracy. Make sure that this piece is out of the way. Hopefully I didn't catch it. There we go. Because that happens a lot. You accidentally catch that extension piece before you want to. And then it's not a bad idea after you do that. I didn't do this in the sample, but you can tack these edges together. Got dust. Okay, so that is a repeat on your example of the fly. Go ahead and stop. I've got it.